Hi, welcome back. My name is Brooklyn, and today I want to talk about how you can film amazing videos with just using your iPhone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You heard that right. Just your iPhone. You don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need a fancy camera or a tripod. All you need is your iPhone. So I'm going to share with you some tips that I wish someone told me when I started out filming content, because it can be a bit overwhelming when you're not used to filming yourself often. So tip number one is to make sure the settings on your iPhone are fully optimized. So what I mean by this is there's a default settings within your iPhone or whatever phone you have. You want to make sure that it's set for at least 180 HD at 60. I actually like to set mine for 4K. This ensures that my video quality is top notch and it looks a lot more professional. Tip number two is to prop up your camera against something. So I'm assuming that you may not have a tripod, and that's totally okay. Whenever I first started out, I would put my camera on a stack of books or against a wall. You just have to be creative about it and use whatever equipment that you have in your house. That's a very important tip. So you don't want to just have it on the ground or in a random place. You want to have it sitting upright so that you can film that professional quality of video. Number three is make sure that you clean your lens. So during the day, I'm sure you're touching your phone a lot. The lens can get all smudged, or you can get makeup on it, or all sorts of dust. So what I do is I just grab my shirt or a cloth and I make sure that lens is nice and clean. And this will really help amplify your video quality. Number four is to turn up your exposure and brightness on your iPhone. So within your iPhone, you can actually turn up the brightness and the exposure. And these two settings alone, I'm telling you, it makes a difference, because videos that are dark just don't perform well. So if it's dark and hard to see, people are not going to want to watch your video. So make sure that brightness is turned up, and it makes a huge, huge difference. So number five is to make sure that you're sitting in front of light, preferably natural lighting. So if you have a window in your house, make sure that you are facing towards the light, because this is going to help ensure that you're getting your video fully bright. If you don't live with a window in your house, you can get a little tripod or a lighting kit from Amazon. Number six is to make sure your audio quality is good. You want to make sure that you're standing fairly close to your iPhone, because if you're standing too far away, it's not going to pick it up, right? So make sure you're standing nice and close, and you don't need a fancy camera at the beginning. And even if you want to level up your audio, you can also use iPhone headphones. That works really well. And my last tip is to practice. You want to practice over and over with filming, because you're not going to be great at the beginning. I wasn't. I certainly was not great at the beginning. I look back at some of my old videos and I cringe. I just cannot even look at them sometimes. You will get better over time. Trust me, you will. And for those of you who really want to amplify your video quality, before you buy a fancy camera, I would invest in buying a tripod or a little audio kit from Amazon. You can get this for $20 or $30 on Amazon, and it's super reasonable. I always recommend that people invest in lighting or audio before buying a fancy camera, because the reality is your iPhone is already so good that you don't need a fancy camera when starting out. All you need is great lighting and audio. It's always better to start off small than buying all this equipment that you don't even know how to use yet. So just stick with your iPhone at the beginning. And then once you get really comfortable with that, then you can eventually move up to getting a camera. All right, so we have come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope it helped you and gave you some tips on how you can level up your videos. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube, and make sure to follow us at Brooklyn Social on all our social media platforms. See you next time.